Just 2 games into the Browns season and fans are filled with emotion after Monday's tough loss to the Steelers and the devastating season-ending injury to running back Nick Chubb. Mental health advocates say when you add the potential stress from sports betting or fantasy football, some fans are left coping with various forms of fan depression.
Broken our hearts more times than any of us would ever like to remember.
That roller coaster, if we won, we lost, we won, we lost.
Cleveland's Recovery Resources says it's important to recognize the warning signs of serious fan depression. News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis spoke with the experts on how to keep sports in the proper perspective and where to get help when needed.
It has already been a season with significant ups and downs for the Cleveland Browns.
I live and die with this team.
And Browns fans like Jeff Lauer, who runs his own YouTube channel, are already riding an emotional roller coaster, expressing their feelings on the games at home and on social media.
We've lost starters, not just for a few games, but for the entire season.
No event perhaps more devastating for Browns fans than the season-ending injury of running back Nick Chubb, which had fan Andrew Dorman dressed up as Batman in front of Cleveland Browns Stadium on Wednesday, riding an electric skateboard of his own design.
After I saw Chubb get hurt, I felt like I witnessed a car crash.
Dorman says he dressed up.
I'm Batman.
Because he says Nick Chubb loves Batman and used that admiration to help him recover from a 2015 injury to the same knee while playing in college at Georgia.
A lot of our emotions are tied to our favorite sport, and right now it's football for a lot of people.
Nora Larson with Recovery Resources says wins and losses are far from the only factor in fan depression, with the legalization of sports betting in January doubling the calls to the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline from 600 calls in December of 2022 to more than 1,500 calls in February of 2023.
And a lot of times people are tying that into money as well. So that emotion of just wanting us to win or us to get a touchdown.
Larson says it's important to look for fan depression warning signs in loved ones: social withdrawal, verbal and physical abuse, betting more than normal, borrowing money, hiding gambling activity, and the selling or giving away of personal possessions.
And finding that balance with activities too. Those self-care activities, because gambling does have the highest suicide attempt rate out of all addictions.
Larson says self-care activities for sports fans facing depression are spending time with friends and family, taking a walk or other outdoor activities, even shutting off the TV and getting counseling when needed. And when it comes to the Browns season this year,
That was only week 2. We got 15 to go. It was a long season ahead. No season is won or lost in 1 week.
and here is that number to the Ohio Problem Gambling Helpline. If sports betting is your main source of sports fan depression, simply dial 1-800-589-9966. Reporting here outside Cleveland Browns Stadium, I'm News 5 investigator Joe Paganakis.
Okay, there are other many resources available too. The 9888 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Change the Game Ohio. Its mission is to prevent youth gambling before it's a problem. Pause Before You Play, a responsible sports betting resource. You can find links to these as well as recovery gambling services, all posted right now, news5cleveland.com.